Before we truly get started with today's video, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to the team working on One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. For those who aren't aware, they recently announced that they will be going in and fixing the bugs. Honestly, this is great news. I'm not sure when exactly this will be done as of recording this video, but without a dedicated team like that, I don't think fans would be so supportive of the game or create speculation like this, including myself, of a potential Character Pass 3. But what would a Character Pass 3 even look like? In this 3-part series, we're going to go over 3 different variations of what a Character Pass 3 would look like. Today's video will go over a prediction of what I think Koei will actually do for a Character Pass 3. In part 2, that'll be my fun wish list for characters and themes that I would love to see. And the third video of this series will just be a random selection of characters that would be nice to have in the game. Each video will utilize the format given to us based on Character Pass 2. So one non-DLC character will get a skin based on the first DLC pack released in the Character Pass. DLC Pack 4 was themed the final battle on Onigashima, with Law getting the outfit he wore as his skin. Towards the end of today's video, I'll also discuss why a certain character won't work within certain packs. With those parameters, let's now go into what I believe Koei Tecmo will do for a Character Pass 3. So what in the world will DLC Pack 7 look like? I think it'll be a continuation from DLC Pack 4, and we will have new playable characters from the Onigashima battle. DLC Pack 4 was titled The Battle on Onigashima. I think DLC Pack 7 could be titled The Battle in the Castle or The Battle of Onigashima Part 2. I think Battle in the Castle is a bit catchier though. In this DLC pack, we will have 3 characters that are going to be playable. A brand new Zoro that will utilize Advanced Conquerors, King, and Queen, and the non-DLC character getting the costume will be Sanji, who will get his red suit. I would love to see if all 4 were able to get in. However, we have to cut it off somewhere. If we compare it to how Character Pass 2 was handled, the first DLC pack has released a non-DLC character that will have a skin. With the rest of this video will go, I don't believe another character will fit without spoiling or revealing what the other characters will be in this video. I'll talk more about that once we get to what I believe DLC Pack 9 will be. As a fellow Sanji fan myself, we typically get the short end of the stick, so I don't believe Sanji will be getting a new moveset. With King and Queen in the game, Kaido will actually have his commanders in the game, and not just elephant form Jack and frickin' Hawkins. Look, if Big Mom can have her 3, then why not let Kaido have his 3? And of course, Zoro is a given. I would love to see a new Conqueror's Haki attack, what his would look like. I think his full force burst would be him going into serious mode with the bandana and using the green Haki that was shown in the anime. We can get some new Ashura special attacks as well, not just the ones from Enies Lobby. Base game Zoro also uses Ashura in his combos, so I think it would be nice to see something different for Zoro. Here we are, DLC Pack 8, and quite frankly, I've been going back and forth as to what will be in this DLC pack. Whichever idea I go with for today, I think the other you'll see in part 3 of the video series. So let's see what I believe Koei will do for DLC Pack 8. And that's Thriller Bark. And wow, do I have a surprise for you regarding this pack. Of course, our headline character will be Moria. Right after Moria follows our favorite ghost girl, Perona. And here's the twist for this pack. It will not be Kuma. I feel as if most people would want a Thriller Bark pack. Those who think of that think of Moria, Perona, and Kuma. And quite frankly, I don't think those people would be wrong in doing so. However, there's another major player in Thriller Bark that we shouldn't forget about. And that's Zombie Oars. we have the capability to play as giant characters in One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. So why not throw in this behemoth that is Shadow Wars? The only downside is that there aren't many night stages as far as I'm aware. Very rarely does One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 manipulate the time of day, so maybe Oars could be a bit more wishlisty, but because of my next belief for DLC Pack 9, I think Oars would be such a cool playable character for the Thriller Bark Pack, aka DLC Pack 8. Now this brings us to the final DLC pack in Character Pass 3, and one that I believe is unanimous in picking, and that's the Egghead Incident Pack. 2 out of the 3 characters I think are very obvious choices, that being Kuma and Bonnie. I would love for Kuma to have an alternative skin, that's him being his damaged robotic look. I haven't done too much speculation on combos and or special moves for characters up to this point. However, I think these must be a part of Kuma and Bonnie's moveset. For Kuma, one of his ultimates should be him doing the hockey punch that he unleashed on Saturn. That has to be at least 3 stars, come on. And for Bonnie, I would love for her to be able to summon pacifistas as a part of her combo. If I remember correctly, Beige, Kobe, and Cracker are the only ones who can summon other characters. If you want to include German 66, you certainly can. Since Bonnie is the head of command regarding the pacifista, I think it makes sense for some of them to appear in mid-combo. We now have 2 obvious choices in Bonnie and Kuma, so what about the third? I think 2 options can be true for this last pick. The most obvious is that Saturn can be a playable character. I mean, not much else to add here. It's Saturn, boom, done. But another option can also be true, and that's being an updated Kizaru. Kizaru has been showing some new stuff in Egghead that could warrant an updated moveset for him. So I'm in the group that would much prefer Saturn, but it's also not out of the realm of possibility that an updated Kizaru is also a possibility, considering that we've gotten quote-unquote updated characters in Character Pass 2. But as mentioned earlier, let's talk about characters, or a character, who wouldn't make sense to be in a DLC pack right now. In my opinion, I think it's very obvious, and that's Aramaki? Aramaki? I cannot pronounce his name, I apologize, which is why I refer to him as Green Bull. Since every DLC pack has a theme, the characters also need to fit a theme as well. And Green Bull doesn't really fit anywhere. I mean, would you want an Udon prison pack? The only other pack I can see would be titled, maybe Pride of the Marines, which could feature Green Bull, Son Goku, and maybe someone else? A vice captain, maybe? I don't know. But I just don't really see how Green Bull will fit in any DLC pack. He most likely won't be playable until we get a new game. And that takes us to the end of Part 1. Remember, Part 1 is what I believe Koei would actually release for a Character Pass 3. This isn't my wishlist. My wishlist for a Character Pass 3 will come in Part 2. Please stay on the lookout for that video. And now I want to hear what you think in the comments below. Again, this is not a wishlist video, so when you comment, I would like to see what you think Koei would realistically put in a Character Pass 3. With that being said, I'll see you in the comments and in the next video. Peace.